I've been here 10 years.
All right. She can't leave me.
I'm well informed.
You're not allowed to leave.
You meant Tori. What are we supposed to do, baby?
We're just gonna start seated. You can cross your feet or you could sit on your knees if that's easier on your body, whatever works best for you. We're just gonna do a little bit of breath work. So go ahead, put your hands on your knees, straight back. Just gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it all come out through your mouth. One more time, in through the nose. And let it all go. Now allow your breath just to go in and out through the nostrils. This is called our Ujjayi breath, and this is the breath we're going to be working with through our postures today. We're going to connect the movements with our breath work. So another deep breath in through the nose. And just be here and be still. And do a quick scan of your body. See how your body feels. Relax your shoulders. See if you're holding any tension in your face. If you are, that's okay. Just acknowledge it and let it go. Now gently open your eyes. And we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. Out through the nose. A couple natural breaths here. On your next inhalation, we're going to reach our hands to the sides all the way up. Hand palms are going to touch. Interlace your fingertips, pointy fingers facing the ceiling, James Bond mudra. Relax your shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to the side. Gentle side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, opposite side. We're going to do this for about 5 to 10 times. Shift your shoulders back. Try to keep your arms parallel with your shoulders. 2 more times. And release your hands down. Your left hand is going to go behind you, touch the back of your mat. Right hand is going to be on top of your left knee. It's okay if you're mirroring me as well, no problem there. Take a deep breath in and you're going to just twist. Gaze beyond your back. See if you can look at the wall behind you. And as you breathe in on the exhale, see if you can just twist the spine just a little bit more. Breathe in. Exhale, twist just a little bit more. Two more breaths here. And release back to center. Now your right arm is going to go behind you. Your left hand on top of your left knee, or your right knee, pardon. Glance over your right shoulder, look towards the room behind you. And again, breathe in, and on your exhale, see if you can go just a little bit deeper. Breathing in and out through the nose. 2 more breaths. And release. Back to center. We're gonna come to tabletop now. So your hands are gonna go on your mat. And you want your hands underneath your shoulders as best as you can. And you have these folds in your wrist. So look at your hand palms and see your folds should be parallel with the wall or the surface in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Reach your right hand out in front. And as you exhale, that right arm is gonna floss in between your left knee and your left wrist. And we're gonna drop our shoulders down to the mat. Your ear's gonna follow, nice and gentle there. Your hips and your bottom are gonna be up and back. The goal is to try to get the shoulder on the mat. And your left arm here, your hand palm is just holding you, supporting you. Shouldn't have too much weight on it. It's just here for stability. Two more breaths. And release, and press yourself back up to tabletop. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out through the nose. Left hand comes out in front of us. Just reach. On your next exhalation, floss it in between your right knee and your right hand palm. Dropping your left shoulder down to the mat, ear will follow. You should feel that stretch all in your shoulders. Do another body scan here. Are you holding any tension in your right shoulder? If you are, just let it go. Let it relax. Breathing in and out through the nose. 2 more breaths here. And gently come back up to tabletop. Now we're gonna lift our right leg out behind us as if your heel is pressing on the wall behind you. And you're gonna shift your whole leg over your left side. And you're gonna glance over at your heel. Now you can have your toes pointed out and the top of your foot down, or your toes can be pointed, just gently touching the top of the mat. You'll feel a difference when you move your foot. See what feels better for your body. Glancing over that shoulder and looking at your heel. You should be able to feel the stretch from your right fingertip all the way down to the heel of your right foot. You should feel a slight compression on your left side of your body. That's completely normal. Two more breaths. And release. Your right knee comes back down to the mat. We're going into the opposite side. So your left heel should press back as if it's pushing against the wall behind you. And you're going to shift it over your right foot now. Glancing over your right shoulder. Feeling the stretch from your left fingertip all the way to your left heel. And you can try changing your toes a little bit too. See if it feels better on this side. If the top of your foot is touching the mat or just your toes touching. Two more breaths. And let it all go. Your left knee back down to the mat. From here, we're going into our first downward facing dog. If you want to stay on your knees, it's the same bodily strength and support. It doesn't matter. But you can stay on your knees here. Flip your toes up. Your toes should touch the mat. Hips go to the sky. Head should hang down. If that doesn't feel good for your body, you can stay on all fours and go back into child's pose. This is going to be our resting pose for our class today, so whatever feels best for your body. Take a deep breath in and step your right foot to the top of the mat. Your left knee is going to drop down. Hands reach up, crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in, slight back bend here. Feel the strength in your back. Your toes are going to be stabilizing you, your left foot, and your right knee should feel strong. You should feel it all the way up from your knee to your thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Step your right foot back. Press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Relax your head. See if you're holding any tension in your face. Let it all go. Take your left foot, step in between your hand palms. Drop your right knee down to the mat now. Hands come up, crescent lunge. Breathe in, slight back bend. Breathing out through the nose. And windmill your hands down to the top of the mat again. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and hop or glide to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up to the ceiling. Hand palms touch, hands come down to your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. Deep breath in, hands reach up, look up. Slight back bend here. Exhale, roll all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, both hands to the top of the mat, step back, step, step, downward facing dog. Step your right foot in between your hand palms. Left knee drops down, hands reach up, crescent lunge. From here, hand palms are going to touch, drop them down to heart center. Your left elbow should go on the outside of your right knee. We're going to take a twist. Look back towards your right elbow. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out through the nose. And see if you can let go of a little bit of weight from your left arm on that right knee and feel strong in that right knee. On your next exhalation, come back to center with your hand palms. Both hands down to the top of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot, top of the mat. Right knee drops down. Reach your hands up, crescent lunge. Slight back bend here. Bring your hand palms to touch, slide them down, heart center. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Looking back towards your left elbow. Breathing in and out through the nose. On your next exhalation, come back to center. Both your hands top of the mat, stepping that left foot back, downward facing dog. Breathing in and out through the nose here. Just take a couple breaths, allowing your head to hang heavy. Now step or glide to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up. Exhale, hands down to your side, mountain pose. Deep breath in, hands up, look up. Slight back bend here. And then gently roll all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, both hands top of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Heel should be pressing on the ceiling. Well, that's the goal, anywho. Bend your knee and bring your right foot in between your hand palms. Your left foot is gonna drop and be parallel with the back of the mat. And we're gonna reach up, warrior one. Deep breath in, out through the nose. Opening to warrior two. Left hand flips up, comes to the back of your left foot, or your left calf, you should say. Or you can put it on your thigh as far back as you can bend. Right hand reaches up and back. On your next exhalation, your right forearm to your right thigh. Left hand comes up, extended side angle. One more breath. On your next exhalation, that top arm is gonna pull your body up, back to warrior two, bending that front knee just a little bit deeper. Then windmill your hands to the top of the mat, high plank, and gently drop down to low plank. Nice and easy. You can drop your knees here if it's easier on your back. Coming all the way down, flip your toes, tops of the feet should be on the mat. Look up, cobra. On your next exhalation, we're gonna press back, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here and allow your head to hang nice and heavy. You don't wanna feel any tension in your face. On your next exhale, press your left heel to the sky. And then bring your left foot in between your hand palms. Your right foot should drop down parallel with the back of the mat. We're gonna reach up, warrior one. Shift your hips towards the front of your mat when you're in warrior one. Exhale, opening to warrior two. A little bit deeper of a bend in that left front knee. Breathe in, exhale, right hand comes back to touch your right calf. Left hand up and over. Breathing in and out. Inhale, exhale, left forearm to left thigh. Right hand comes up and over. Breathing in and out through the nose. And take that top arm, it's gonna pull your body back up, warrior two. A little bit deeper of a stance here. Then windmill your arms down to the top of the mat, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Slight back bend here. Exhale, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. A couple breaths here. Then drop both of your knees down to the mat, nice and easy. Come up on your knees. Then reach your hands up to the sky. Take your right hand, drop it down, look towards your right heel. Try to grab that right heel. Left arm stays in the sky. This is a half camel pose. Breathing in and out through the nose. On your next exhalation, take that left arm to pull your body up, nice and gentle. Both arms back in the air. Left hand drops down to grab your left heel. Right hand stays in the sky. Half camel. Exhale, bring both your hands back up and then drop them down to the mat. You're gonna widen your knees. Try to get your big toes to touch, and we're gonna go into child's pose. Extended child's pose. Bring both your hands out in front of you, forehead down to the mat. Breathe in, and when you exhale, take your right hand to the outside of the right of the mat. Left hand palm will follow. This is going to give us a nice stretch in our left side body here. Breathe in through your nose, exhale, left hand comes to the outside of the left of the mat, right hand palm follows. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in through the nose on your exhale, bring your hands back to center and reach just a little bit further in front of you. Extended child's pose. On your next exhalation, you're going to bring your body up just a little bit. You're going to stay with your knees wide, so come on up when you're ready. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our legs and we're going to try to make them parallel with the sides of the mat. If this is tough on your hips, you can do this on your back and going into, let's see, you could do happy baby, where you're lying on your back, holding both of your ankles in the sky. But right now, if your hips are happy and they're feeling it today, you just want your legs to the side of the mat here. We're going into happy frog. So you're going to shift your body weight forward, bring your hands down. And this is a big hip opener. Breathing in and out through your nose. You should not feel pain in this posture. You should feel stretching and tension, that's for sure. If you want, take it a little bit deeper. Try to inch your knees out just a little bit more on the outsides of your mat. Shift your body weight back just a little bit until you feel it a little bit more. Breathe in through your nose. On your next exhalation, as gracefully as you can, come back to seated. And we're going to bring our feet to touch, going into butterfly. If you want, you have some blocks, you can put them underneath your knees if it's going to feel better for you, whatever's best for you today. Great, just like that, Giovanni. Good job. And you're going to take your elbows and you're just going to press them down a little bit, leaning your body weight forward. Try to pull those heels in as close as you can. And just nice and gentle, lean over as much as you can until you just want to fold and let your head hang down. Allowing gravity to do its job. We're going to be here for 5 more breaths. And release. And bring your feet out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit. You can windshield wiper the blood moving in your legs a little bit. And we're going to come to stand in the center of our mats now. If you like to grab a block and have it handy, it's not a bad idea. It'll help with our balancing postures today. And you can have it on any size you want, short, medium, tall, whatever works for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to ground our feet into the mats beneath us, lift up all of your toes. And then we're gently going to place them down one at a time onto the mat as best as you can. And it's just going to really solidify your stance into your mat. Shift your weight onto your left side. and we're gonna grab our right leg and we're gonna put it up either on our thigh. You can keep it here, or if you want to put it on a block right in front of you, you can absolutely do that as well. That'll help. Going into tree pose. Now your hands can reach up as if they're branches. You can bring them to heart center if that's more grounding for you, but whatever's best, whatever feels right. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more breaths. And drop your right leg down, nice and easy. Hands come down. All right, we're gonna do it again. So ground your feet into the mat. We're gonna lift up all of our toes and drop them down just one at a time, really solidifying our stance into our posture. And then we're gonna shift our weight over to the right side. We're gonna lift up our left leg, and that left foot comes in nice and gently here. Bring your hands up like branches. Sway your branches in the wind. But this is really where our drishti comes into play, that single pointed focus. So it's a little bit easier for you to balance if you pick one spot right in front of you and you just keep your eyes on that spot the whole time. Remember to breathe in and out through the nose. That will also help with balancing. 2 more breaths. And release. All right. From here, we're gonna squat down. If you want, you can have a block. Some people like to put it under their tush. But we're gonna go into a yogi squat. It's called Malasana, yogic squat. And it's gonna open up your hips a little bit here. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. You should use your elbows to open up your legs just a little bit more. Two more breaths. And gently come out of your squat. You can place your hands on the mat in front of you. Help push your hips up and just roll back up. Good. We're gonna go into dancer's pose. So same thing here, we're gonna wanna ground into the mat. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me. Lift up all your toes off the mat. Gently place them down. This just helps our mind-body connection, really gets you solid into that mat. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your right hand out to the side as if you're holding a tray. And you're gonna shift your weight to your left side and you're gonna kick up your right foot. You're gonna grab the inside of your right foot and you're gonna gently lean forward. Left hand comes out and you're gonna press your foot back behind you. Now remember your drishti, single pointed focus on one thing in front of you. There's always one side that's a little bit easier than the other. Hold for 3, 2, and gently come down. All right, we're gonna do the opposite side now. You're gonna lift up your toes, one at a time, all the way onto the mat. Shift your weight onto the right side. Left hand comes out. Kick up that left foot. Right hand comes in front of you and you're gonna press your foot up and back. There's always one side that's a little more wobbly than the other. That's okay. We're gonna hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. All right, from here, we're gonna go into Shiva. So if you want to block in front of you, you absolutely can, but you're gonna shift your weight into the left side. Your right foot comes up, and it's just gonna be not touching your knee, but it's gonna be right in front. So like this. And on the side, it looks like this. And you're gonna bring your right arm up and around, left arm down and under. And we're going to just switch them nice and easy. Shiva. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale, drop your right foot down. Take a deep breath in. Let it all go. Now we're going to shift our weight to our right side, lifting up our left foot. Bring your foot right in front of that knee. Again, side view. Not quite touching your leg. But that's when your arms are going to come up. The other one's going to come around. And it doesn't matter which one's up or down. We're going to be moving them. This is going to help with our balancing. See if you can time it with your breath. So when you inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And release. You can drop your left foot back down to the mat. All right, come back down. We're gonna go on our bellies as gracefully as you can. I'll go on my side so you can see me. Just take a moment here and drop your right cheek down or your left cheek, whatever works for you. Hands to your sides or in front. Breathing in and out through the nose. Then gently lift your head, look straight in front of you. You're gonna take a deep breath in, and then you're gonna lift your arms up, and your legs are gonna come up. Locust. Reach back, lift, lift, just a little bit more. And release. And from here, you're going to bend your knees to where your feet are going to look like they're walking on the ceiling. And you're going to reach back and grab the outsides of your feet. Take a deep breath in, and then lift everything up. Floor bow. Lift just a little bit more and release. And from here, we're going to roll onto our backs. Nice and easy. Your knees should be facing the ceiling or reaching towards the ceiling, feet flat on the mat. And from here, you're gonna lift up your right leg all the way to the sky. Grab the back of that right leg and just pull it in as best as you can, as close to your body as you can. It doesn't matter if your feet are pointed or if they're bent or if your toes are looking at you or the ceiling, it doesn't matter. Just pull that leg into your chest. For 3, 2, and then bend that right knee. It should still be slightly in the air. And you're gonna take your right ankle, put it over your left knee. And now what you're gonna do is take your hands and grab the back of your left thigh, and you're gonna pull your feet towards you. So grabbing the back of your left thigh, pulling them in. Breathe in, breathe out. So this is very similar to pigeon and not as hard on your hips. Still a really nice hip opener here. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and place that left foot back on the mat, nice and steady. Take your right foot, put it on the mat right next to it. And from here, our left leg reaches up towards the sky. Just grab the back of your left thigh and pull it in towards your body. All right, bend your left knee. Your left ankle comes to your right knee. Just place it on there. And take your hands, grab behind your right thigh, and pull your legs into your body. Figure 4. Two more breaths. Then gently let go of that right leg. Let both your feet come down to the mat. Knees are still bent, pointing towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and grab and hug both of your knees into your body. And squeeze them in just a little bit tighter. And release. Your legs are gonna come flat onto the mat for your final Shavasana. Your hand palms should be facing up. Your feet will gently, naturally just roll to the sides. We're gonna be here for just a couple minutes. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out through your mouth. Our Shavasana is the corpse pose. It allows you to release what's no longer serving you. And after that, we're gonna roll onto our sides into fetal position. Which side, doesn't matter. Just roll over, nice and easy. And this is like the rebirth of bringing in new, the things that you want. And when you're ready, you can press yourself up to seated. Nice and easy. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Reach your hands all the way up. Hand palms touch. Slide them down to your third eye center. And just say thank you to self for showing up today. And slide your hand palms down to heart center now. And thank you for practicing with us. Namaste. Good job, Gio.
You did good, Gio.
He's getting better, huh?
You did good.
He's getting really good.
Yeah.
I almost fell asleep.
You almost fell asleep. Was that in Shavasana? That's good.
No.